apologies if I'm looking a little bit dishevelled and bleary-eyed today, but I was up at 3:30 this morning so I could catch a plane to Madrid. Why? So I could show you this, the Audi Q7 e-tron. Now, if you ignore the massive stickers on the side of the car, then the e-tron looks like any other Q7. Big, imposing, and pretty darn handsome. But compared with other Q7 models, the e-tron has another very special little trick up its sleeve. Like other Q7s, the e-tron has a 6-cylinder diesel engine under the bonnet, but also nestling somewhere under all that is an electric motor and a lithium-ion battery. Yes, folks, this thing is a plug-in hybrid. The idea is that you plug the car in to charge it overnight, and then you do most, if not all, of your daily commute to work on electric power alone. That absolutely slashes both your fuel costs and your CO2 emissions, and that means you pay a pittance in company car tax. Essentially, this car is a 2-ton tax dodge. And even better, if you need to make an unexpected journey or you need to do a longer journey at the weekends, then the diesel engine is still on hand to have that covered. Now, cars like this are all about the numbers, and the Q7s, it has to be said, are pretty impressive. The maximum electric-only range is around about 35 miles on a full charge, and that takes about 2.5 hours from a high-voltage industrial socket, or about 8 hours from a normal domestic one. The combined electric and diesel range of the car is given at 876 miles, while, according to the official tests, the car's fuel economy stands at 166 miles per gallon. Now, yes, we know you're never going to do that in the real world, but nonetheless, it is still an impressive figure comparatively. It has the beating of the immensely popular Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV. The more exciting numbers are pretty impressive as well. The total power output of the drivetrain is 368 brake horsepower, and there's 516 pounds-foot of torque. That makes the car good for a 0 to 62 time of 6 seconds dead and a top speed of 139. To be honest, the performance doesn't feel as strong as the numbers suggest. We're in full-on EV mode here, which tries to maximise the electric-only power as much as possible. But the electric propulsion is unfurled gently rather than giving you the kick-in-the-back acceleration that you get from a lot of electric cars. If you push the accelerator pedal past a certain point, then the diesel engine cuts in to provide an extra burst of acceleration. And it is very brisk once it's up and running. It just takes a little bit longer than you expect to get there. There are 3 other driving modes available as well. There's one that simply lets the car decide which power source is best for the job at hand and then juggle them accordingly. There's another that lets you keep the battery charge if you need it later, and there's another one that maximizes the energy regeneration so you can juice up the battery. Importantly, whatever mode you happen to be operating in, the car feels smooth and relaxed and punchy and just conventional. Elsewhere, the experience you get is typical Q7. On the optional air suspension fitted to this car, the ride is smooth, the handling is assured and stable, and refinement is absolutely top drawer, even with the diesel motor running and running hard. The interior is also absolutely stunning, with gorgeous materials, beautiful finishes, and a shed load of luxury kit. You also get masses of space for 5 people, but due to all the batteries and electrical whatnots, you can't have this car as a 7-seater like you can with the normal Q7. The huge success of the Outlander PHEV has shown us beyond all doubt that there is a massive demand for big, roomy family cars that carry the kind of tax benefits that come with a plug-in hybrid drivetrain. And it has to be said, the Q7 is a much more desirable car than the Mitsubishi. It's better to drive, it's nicer inside, and it's got a much posher image. costing around £60,000 after you've subtracted the 5k grant that the government will give you to buy one, then it's not all that crazily expensive either. We think this car is going to do very well indeed.